it appears that you seem to have made a little bit of a mistake. I'm afraid this is a keyboard store that is specialised in keyboards here and everything that anyone could possibly want with keyboards. You'll find the local tavern where you can indulge in your beverages until, I don't know, you fall on the floor. Is just out and go down there. Though I think probably if you would just go further down in one of the fields and keep yourself and do that. Oh, you're here to get some keyboards. Oh, forgive me. Forgive me. No, it's just you don't look like someone who would be needing a keyboard for 1 second. Do forgive me. Maybe just keep your eye on that. Don't look at anything else yet now until I get back, okay? Hello there. Caught in the midst of a 1,000-year raging war. You could join the fight and battle dark wizards, noble kings, without having to actually be on the battlefield. You could relax, stick your feet up, and enjoy this epic game experience all in the palm of your hand. Read Shadow Legends. I bestow upon you my links. Use them below to download Raid yourself on your mobile phone or PC while I tell you more. Raid has 16 different factions in the game, ranging from orcs to undead hordes to dwarves. Nobody tosses a dwarf to high elves and many more. If you scroll to the index screen, you can find all the factions there. Every faction is made from unique champions, my favorite being the Sacred Order. The Sacred Order are a bunch of Templar-esque knights who have banded together to ward off Cyros's past attempts at conquering Teleria, and are now tasked with eradicating evil. At the moment, my faction consists mainly of Dark Elves, though I'm working towards unlocking my Sacred Order army. My ultimate goal is to unlock Roshgard the Tower, because you know he looks the most powerful being in the game. I won't stop until he's been added to my Sacred Order collection. Then I could boss raids, tournaments. The fastest way you could level up your champions is through farming the campaign to get loads of silver, XP, and even a few artifacts. Some cool things which has just been added to the game is Champion Fragments, which lets you collect pieces of champions that you can use for summoning your champions, with many other special events running all the time. Also, there's a new bazaar where you can load up on high value items with the gold bars you win in Tag Arena. So go ahead, download this game, check out the links in my description box, and if you're a new player you can get 100,000 silver and a free champion, the Challenger, who I must say looks incredibly awesome. You will find extra rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. They've also just extended the daily login rewards up to 270 days, 3 champions available just for logging in. It's been a crazy month for updates, so there's never been a better time to start. Raid Shadow Legends. Proud sponsors of FredsVoice. Yes, well, I think I might actually have that person loitering in my shop at the moment, but I hope to be rid of them shortly. Okay, thank you for the heads up so much. Okay, bye. Bye. I do apologise, my sincerest apologies for that. It was just one of my colleagues at the suit store. He was just contacting me about something. Okay, so you are here for some keyboards, are you not? Right. Well, let's just get the first things sorted. And you don't look like you're dressed for a keyboard store here. It's notorious that keyboard stores you dress formally to acquire some keyboards, and you have not dressed formally. You don't even look formal. You look rather informal and unpleasant. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just doing some stock market things whilst we proceed with our transactions today. Okay, so first, it's all about the customer experience that I can give the customer and what they're looking for their keyboard. We've got keyboards for all types and manners of things. So keyboard here, for example, would probably be your normal sort of desk jockey keyboard. It has all the keys that you would want, including Numerical Pad there, or something if you wanted a little bit more artsy and, of course, organic feeling. And this will draw you towards the wooden keyboard that we have on display here. And this keyboard, of course, connects to a normal computer and works and functions properly, just as well as all keyboards should. Though, when you come to my keyboard store, you will not use keyboards like this before in your life. Every keyboard I have made, manufactured, and sent to the store, I can guarantee that the quality will be the best types of keyboards that you will ever seen and used before, should you have actually become or been privy to the use of a computer. And something believes or tells me that you indeed do not have that capability, nor you look like you're sort of intelligent enough to work one of these, but you are. Well, I stand corrected then, but we shall see shortly. Okay, so in the store, it's a great experience for my customers. My customers come in and they select keyboards. They tell me a little bit about themselves, which you don't really need to do so much for you, because I can pretty much guess with you. But they tell me about themselves, then I select keyboards for them. Then customers will be able to try out the keyboards, get a feel for the keyboard. Every keyboard is different. You want to feel different touches and perhaps different sounds or something along those lines. It's a very relaxing process. It's something all of my customers here in the keyboard store relish. They love the process here, and it's something which I love doing for my customers, as they are certainly important business people. You, on the other hand, don't look important whatsoever. Is that okay to say? Yeah. Great. And I could see you a little bit drowsy and dozy there at the moment. Quite rude, really. Okay. Right. So let's get down to business here. Okay. So we have a number of keyboards here, which I'm sure we'll be able to find for you. Please tell me what you are looking for in your keyboard. Okay. You're going to be typing sort of literature. Oh, of course you are. Yes. No. Looks can be deceiving, of course. Yes. Well, it's just someone like you doesn't look like they would be writing a novel of any sort, and not that you look like the type who would write a novel, as well as someone who had the imagination to actually think of something, anything worthy of reading, and have any excitement in there whatsoever. But I'm sure it's going to be a great novel. Okay, so you're looking for a keyboard for that, so there's going to be a lot of typing. So for me, from a keyboard expert, you'll be looking for comfort. Okay, you'll be looking for the sound of the keys as well. Okay, and also would there be aesthetics, something with the actual visual side of the keyboard? Is there something like you want LED lights to come from it, or you just looking for a plain keyboard that won't set any mood or ambience or anything like that? With literature and writing novels, perhaps you want just a little hue, a little glow of a keyboard that can be relaxing for the environment that you're writing in, and really help with writing, perhaps. I don't know. Some customers, they have keyboards which have USB capability to pop in for the lights on their keyboards. So when they're gaming or something like that, if you have been to our gaming store, I highly recommend it. There's an incredibly friendly chap and a great friend of mine who works down there. He will give you all of your games that you need, though I will ring him in advance to let him know you're coming, because I don't wish to scare him. But if you decided to have gaming keyboards, then we have gaming keyboards which would be useful for that. It has a different different feel, different size and texture, and it is created specifically for gaming. So you have hotkeys, you have LED, USB lights, and different sounds and everything else as we go along. I would offer you something like that, but something tells me that you don't really play games, do you? No, you're probably just like a phone game person. No, just quick and easy. No worries. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to select some keyboards for you to try out. Okay, something which I would say would be beneficial for you is that being a novel writer, like in the literature arts, and you want to have something which is more traditional and something which will constantly remind you that you're a writer, and every time you write a masterpiece you will be reminded of this amazing keyboard that you're using. Okay, so I have a couple of keyboards which I think will be really suited for you, and they're going to be more along the lines of a typewriter keyboard. Have you seen one of those before? No? Well, the typewriter keyboard will sound absolutely amazing for you, and being a novelist such as yourself, I say novelist, you could benefit from something like that and really appreciate the art and the essence of that keyboard. Okay, so I actually have some here on the table at the moment, some keyboards here. These were new in from the manufacturers. They took the liberty of sending this new one to me. Just ignore the labels here, but I can pick out a couple of different options for you should you wish to take a look. And then each keyboard you can have a type of yourself, and we'll just pop you in just in our typing area there. I'll pop the keyboard over there. You can have a little bit of a type, get a feel for it, how it feels, how it looks, how it feels on the touch, and most importantly, how it sounds, because that is the most important thing that you want when you're purchasing your typewriter keyboard, should you go for that option. Okay, so every keyboard we'll try, take out the box, and you can purchase. But before we get with on with any of that, I imagine you've bought your wallet with you, yes? Perfect. But that's so great. And you are intending on purchasing today. You're not planning on wasting my time. No. Well, I don't like time wasters, so I find that quite rude. Yes. So your intentions are to purchase. Perfect. Then you've come to the right place. Price rise as well. Is price going to be an issue? And you're not so concerned about price? Well, that is fascinating, because I thought you definitely would be. Okay, well that's great news. No, absolutely happy to help. Okay, so this is the first keyboard fire, and this is specifically set up for gaming purposes. You can notice on the top of the keyboard here we have all the keys that you need for gaming, with extras and hotkeys in there. This also comes with a mouse as well, which I think you will really like to have accompany your keyboard, so everything is matching, everything looks great, and you'll really enjoy it. The special thing about this keyboard here, which has just come through, you have these cracked, not actually cracked, but cracked keys, which allows the light to come through it. Of course, it's not completely cracked, it's all layered on top, but the transparent cracks through there, so when you're typing it's like a thunderstorm or some form of lightning or something along those lines. Okay, so this really is something quite smart and special, which I think that you might actually be interested in for your novels. It could give inspiration, that futuristic feeling, vibe. I don't know. Let's get it open here. we have Maction mouse in there as well, but as you can see, that this is one incredibly smart and of course expensive keyboard, and I think this would be something that would look really good as you're typing out. We'll get you let you have a go very shortly, but let me just explain a couple of things to you here. So we have all the extra buttons which you find on a normal keyboard, and these are things like volume increase, which will be separate from the F keys on there as well. So there's little added extras on there, little touches, hotkeys that you can quickly use should you're typing and you want to listen to something a little bit more, turn it down. You can do it all on your key, and it's very enjoyable. Okay, so this feel-wise, which you will notice very shortly when you try, has a very soft touch. It doesn't make too much noise, and it is very calming sort of keyboard, something which will help you really relax and get into whatever zone that you need to, and for you writing whatever you want, this will just gently be tapped in the background and sound absolutely amazing. As you can tell on the back here, we have all of the cracks in there, which you will see very shortly. That when it's all lit, it will look absolutely amazing and something that would be really great for you. So how about that? I just pop that over there for you. If you just like to step around here, and you can have a little bit of a test. Okay. So how did you find that keyboard there? Well, it certainly is something to be desired. It really has a lovely feeling, and I noticed when you was touching it there, not only have you touched it there, I need to sanitize it and of course maybe throw it away. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But when you were typing, the fluidity of your fingers, how it moved so gently on the keyboard, I think for writing that could be for something that's very beneficial and comfortable for you as well. But let us change to something different now. This is just in as well, and something which I thought you would very much benefit from. And this is along the lines of something more traditional, which I think you're really going to love. It's a beautiful keyboard, this one, but wait until you have a type on it properly. Now this keyboard here is very traditional, and all the keys are set up in more of a typewriter fashion. So when you're typewriting, you could feel almost like you've gone back to a period writing on a typewriter, something which is charming and of course quite romantic for any novelist that I would imagine, though I doubt you would be able to appreciate something along those sort of lines. I don't know, just something that I would think that you would enjoy too much. This is more of a compact keyboard, much like our wooden one here. You don't have the extra options, numerical options here, though everything for typing your novel is going to sound and be here and sound absolutely amazing. So let's give it a couple of clicks. As you can tell, this is not only a very expensive keyboard, but something which I would personally select for you, as not only has it got that typewriter feel, but it also has the same ambience that the other keyboard, gaming keyboard, has. This actually has lights that you will see. I'll plug it in as well for you to see as well whilst you're testing it. This might be really great for you. Absolutely amazing, didn't it? I could really tell that you were enjoying the sound of that, the touch, the feeling, the traditional things, but I doubt that you've even used the typewriter before. That, you don't look like someone who's probably studied the arts of literature and know about its history. Okay, so this is the second keyboard I got for you. So the other ones, because they have lights in them, then battery life would not be great in it. But if you don't have the lights like this option here, the mood lighting, you can go for something like this, which is a wireless keyboard. It still has those round keys, so it kind of is linked into the typewriter feel, which I'm sure that you appreciate. But it's something a little bit traditional looking, a little bit more compact, but something that's very maneuverable. You can take it wherever you want, and you don't have to worry about wires dangling everywhere. We've had this in store for quite some time, and I believe this has been quite a popular seller here as well. Of course, there'll be a little extra charge as well for using all the keyboards, because I obviously have to clean them all, and they are brand new as well, so I have to pop them back in the unopened box for brand new, to say it's brand new. Okay. Much like the other one, just pop that underneath there. So much like the keyboard there, we have a wireless mouse, and this is a very delicate mouse, so when you're writing your novels or whatever you're writing, that you don't need something so big, because you won't be using your mouse as much, you'll be more focusing on the keyboard. So this is a really nice keyboard, and you pop the batteries in the back there, but this is in a mint green and it looks very smart with the white buttons. Now the buttons are a little bit more heavy than the typewriter ones, but they're very soft sounding, as you can hear. And it's quite reminiscent of the wooden keyboard that we have there as well in sound quality terms. So I think that this is something that could potentially be good for you if you're taking your laptop out and you wish to use this wireless connection to your laptop. Instead of using a small laptop keyboard, you want to feel some weighted keys in there. And this could be a great option there for you as well. So let us take that over there. Okay, you can test it. It's a really, really great keyboard pad, so I hope that you like that one too. I have many to choose from here. Okay. And finally, because I think for you, like I said, something more suited for you would be along the traditional lines, okay? And I think being a novelist, you want to be great. Okay, you want to let your ideas flow. You want to feel the keyboard. Okay, yes, and you want to enjoy your experience of typing. Right. So I think the typewriter sort of feeling is the feeling and vibes that I'm getting for you at the moment, and I think that perhaps something along the lines of this keyboard might suit you perfectly. Okay, so this once again is a multicolored keyboard. This is multi-purpose as well, so this is quite suitable for gaming. But also notice in the middle you have some very useful hotkeys at the top and little bits of feature there as well and there. And this is one of those very modern type of keyboards as presented in what I would probably say is our best box from our manufacturers. Usually we'll package it a little bit extra for deliveries. We do quite a lot of home deliveries here. So we make sure that everything is packaged perfectly. Okay, let's take the keyboard out. So in terms of keyboard design, this one is very intuitive. And little bits of extras that they've added here, which I'll share now. Okay, so with the wire, it's not your traditional wire, it's a string wire. So it's going to move and flow around your business and work area. So this really is probably one of the best wires, in my opinion, that you could use for anything that's computer related. They're a lot more user-friendly, shall we say. Okay, so this once again is like your typewriter keyboard here. So it sports round keys, it has weighted sound, it looks amazing. This keyboard is a little bit different. Instead of having keys at the top, there are more buttons. So you've just got to press them for different functionalities. So home page, email, music, lock your keyboard, brightness. This will all be picked up by your computer. So these would be great hotkeys. Also little options here which you can fiddle around with, and that's the light that will come from this keyboard as well, and you can mess around with those and create a different dual light pattern on there, whatever suits you the most. I'm sure you'll really appreciate that. Okay, so like I said, multi-purpose. It hasn't got a numerical pad, which I don't think you will need, hence why I've chosen these particular keyboards for you. But I think once you feel this and have a go yourself, you're gonna love it so much. Okay, so why don't I pop that on the table over there for you and give it a go yourself. Come on. No, don't come too close. Perfect. Just keep a polite distance away from me. That's so kind of you. That's so great. So keyboard-wise, this keyboard here, I noticed you had a little bit of a different feeling for this one. I could see it as you were typing it, the fluidity of your typing. I assume you were typing words there, though I should have paid a little bit more attention. You might not be a novice at all. Okay, but there's something about this keyboard, and I think you enjoyed the lighting of it as well, which I think could be quite beneficial for you. So selection-wise, I think that's probably the ones that I would select for you. I mean, we have, of course, a vast collection here that you can browse, but I don't like to do that for my customers because I know what's best for my customers. Some customers would argue it's the other way around, but that is not the case. I know what is best for my customers and you. Okay, so that is the collection which I believe would be the best for you. Okay, so please do enlighten me which one or ones you would be interested in purchasing today. Okay, and another one for a gift. I possibly didn't even think about that as well. Yes, well, of course you might want to get multiple keyboards for gifts for other people as well. That could be extremely beneficial for you and the person you give for gifts. Forgive me, you just didn't strike me as the type of person who would give out gifts, you know, to other people. You know, sort of thoughtful and you know, to be in a position to do that. You know, from these types of professional grade keyboards, which of course are very expensive here because they're so professional. Okay, so the typewriter, was it? I thought so. And was it the other typewriter as well? Let me just see which one was it. Okay, and the similar keyboard as well, without the string connection there as well. Both are wired, so we don't want the wireless option. Well, if you change your mind or want something different, you could always come back and test a couple more, or just come purchase that straight away so you don't waste my time. Okay, so that option is there for you as well, but I think this is a fine selection for you. Okay, some keyboards which are really going to be great for your use. So how about that you just swipe your card there, I will get these packaged up for you. And do you have a home around in this area? I mean, I do offer home deliveries. I usually have to take out people to the gatehouse to get into the house. Do you have that sort of thing, or I think it's probably best if I just package it and then just give it to you in a bag or something. I think a bag is probably more suited to you, like a carry bag. Oh, yeah. I think that should be sufficient enough for you. Okay, so you did your card swipe there. Just tap it. There, thanks. I know the amount is a little bit shocking, but believe me, you won't need any other keyboards after you use this, except just for a different variety. But this will last for a very long time and will be with you to create masterpieces. Okay? Right. I do believe that's gone through. Perfect. Well, I hope that you enjoy your two great keyboards, and perhaps if you come back and perhaps, I don't know, have a long and just give me a little bit of time, I'll get this all packaged up for you and ready to take away. Perfect. It was an absolute pleasure to serve you. Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. Yes, you wouldn't believe what I just sold. There was 40 keyboards too. Yes, that person who just came in your shop. Well, thank you so much for telling me they were coming my way. Much appreciated.